Hello, I'm Peter Gray, and I am looking forward to meeting you all at the Early Childhood Physical Activity Institute, which will be held at the Kids Marbles Museum in Raleigh, North Carolina on May 20th and 21st. I'm going to be giving the opening talk on Monday morning, the May 20th. I have, for many years now, been studying children's play and the role that children's play plays in children's development. The talk that I'm going to give in the morning is a kind of depressing one, I have to confess. It's a talk not about play so much as about what happens when children are deprived of play. I'm going to be talking about what I see as a real crisis in this country now. It's a crisis that's been building up gradually over several decades. Over the last few decades, there has been a continuous, gradual, but overall huge decline in children's opportunities to play, especially to play outdoors, independently of adults. The kind of play that throughout human history was a huge part of children's activities. During this same period that we have seen a huge decline in children's opportunities for real play, especially outdoor play, we have seen huge increases in all sorts of mental disorders of childhood, huge increases in anxiety and depression. We've also seen declines, measured declines in creativity. Believe it or not, there's a way of objectively assessing that. We've seen declines in young people's sense that they're in control of their own lives. We've seen on college campuses what have been described as epidemics of mental breakdowns at much higher rates than occurred in the past. The increases in depression and anxiety are not due to differences in how we're diagnosing disorders, even by standard clinical questionnaires that have been given in unchanged form over the years. We've seen in recent decades at least a six-fold increase, some would say a tenfold increase in what would now be called major depressive disorder, and similarly about that same amount of increase in what would now be called generalized anxiety disorder. So this is a very significant problem. We've seen a six-fold increase in suicides among children of school age over the last few decades. I'm going to present the case in the morning that these deleterious effects that we're seeing on children's development is the result of the lack of play. The lack of independent play. Play is how children acquire the kind of resilience and skills that they need for emotional development as well as social and, in many ways, intellectual development. So play is clearly important for physical development. There's no mystery there. But I'm going to argue that play is also essential for children's emotional, social, and intellectual development. Especially in the early years, play is way more important than the kinds of academic training that we are being asked to give to young children today by policymakers. In the afternoon, I will lead a workshop that will delve more deeply into exactly what is play. In fact, the title of the talk is What Exactly is Play and Why is it such a powerful vehicle for children's learning? I'm going to talk about the role of play there in children's social, emotional, and intellectual development, and there should be also in that meeting considerable opportunity for some discussion and give and take. And of course, in both talks, it won't be just about what the problem is. We will also talk about what are the potential solutions. How can we counteract this decline in play? What can we do in today's world to bring play back into children's lives? So thank you. I really do look forward to seeing you at this conference. Bye-bye.